I reach the edge of a drought-stricken waterhole in northern Botswana as the sun hangs low and unforgiving above the flat land. The ground around the basin is cracked and pale, hardened into uneven plates where water once stood weeks ago. I slow my steps, scanning the mud carefully, knowing this is where the weakest animals come looking for relief. The air feels heavy and still, broken only by the sound of wings cutting through heat. I notice movement near the center of the waterhole and focus until the shape becomes clear. A baby elephant calf is stuck deep in dried mud, its small body sunken and unable to shift or turn. The baby elephant calf's legs are trapped firmly, locked in place by hardened earth that grips tighter with every failed effort. Its head remains upright, but its posture shows exhaustion. Neck strained from holding weight it can no longer manage. The baby elephant calf's trunk hangs low and weak, lifting only slightly as it pulls in dry, labored breaths. Dark shapes circle above, and then descend. Several vultures stand on the cracked mud nearby, hopping closer with each pause, watching the calf without fear. One vulture flaps its wings aggressively, testing distance, moving toward the calf's head and trunk. The baby elephant calf reacts slowly, blinking, lifting its trunk a few inches before dropping it again from fatigue. Its skin is coated in dry mud, eyes dull with dehydration, chest rising and falling with visible effort. I stand frozen for a moment, realizing the calf cannot defend itself, cannot move, and cannot wait. The waterhole feels like a trap now, silent and exposed, and I know this moment will decide whether the calf survives the day. I step closer to the edge of the dried waterhole, feeling the heat rise through my boots as the ground radiates stored sun. The baby elephant calf remains trapped, its breathing heavier now, chest expanding with effort it cannot sustain for long. The mud around its legs has hardened further, cracking tighter as the temperature climbs. Vultures shift their positions, no longer just watching, but coordinating, closing distance in short, deliberate hops. One vulture spreads its wings wide, casting a brief shadow across the calf's face. The baby elephant calf reacts slowly, lifting its trunk weakly before letting it fall again, strength draining fast. Its eyes blink more frequently now, moisture scarce, focus fading between each movement. I feel the pressure of time immediately, knowing dehydration and heat will do what predators do not hesitate to finish. The vultures grow bolder, stepping closer to the calf's head, tilting their heads to study its reactions. The calf's ears twitch, but it cannot turn or shift its body away from the threat. The cracked mud grips its legs like cement, locking joints in place, refusing every instinctive pull. The sun climbs higher, flattening shadows and removing any illusion of relief. I scan the area quickly, realizing there is no water left, no soft ground, no natural escape. The baby elephant calf exhales sharply, then inhales again, each breath visibly harder than the last. The vultures hold their ground now, no longer circling, committing to the moment. I know that if nothing changes soon, the calf's weakness will decide the outcome instead of action. I move down into the dried basin without hesitation, feeling the hardened mud resist under each step. The vultures react immediately, hopping back a short distance but refusing to leave the area. I position myself beside the baby elephant calf, close enough to act, careful not to add stress. The calf lifts its head slightly as I approach, eyes still open, breathing heavy but present. I assess the mud around its legs, seeing how deeply the hardened earth locks each limb in place. There is no way to pull the calf free by force without causing injury. I reach for my tools and begin breaking the surface of the dried mud, striking away from the legs first. Each impact fractures the hardened earth, loosening its grip piece by piece. The calf reacts with a small shift of its body, a sign it can still feel and respond. I work methodically, widening space around the legs to reduce pressure rather than rushing. The vultures edge closer again, testing the moment, and I rise briefly to force them back with my presence. They retreat a few steps, watching but no longer advancing. I return to the mud, breaking deeper now, exposing softer layers beneath the crust. The baby elephant calf exhales hard, then inhales again, chest moving with effort but rhythm intact. As the mud loosens, one leg begins to move slightly for the first time. I know the intervention is working, but the window is narrow and I cannot stop now. I feel the moment tighten when the softened mud begins to shift unevenly around the baby elephant calf's legs. The calf tries to pull instinctively, and the remaining hardened sections resist, threatening to lock again. The vultures sense the change and step closer, wings half open, drawn by movement and weakness. The baby elephant calf's breathing becomes sharper, chest lifting faster as effort spikes. I reposition quickly, placing my body between the calf's head and the nearest birds without touching them. I strike the mud again, harder now, breaking the last rigid plates that hold the legs in place. The ground collapses slightly, and one front leg slides free several inches before stopping. The calf nearly loses balance, body tilting forward as strength and gravity collide. I brace against the mud, widening the space and guiding the release without pulling the limb. For a split second, everything hangs. Calf leaning, mud cracking, vultures frozen in anticipation. Then the second front leg breaks free, dropping into softer ground beneath the crust. The baby elephant calf slumps forward but does not fall, catching itself awkwardly. I continue clearing space fast, knowing if the calf goes down fully, it may not rise again. With one final break, the rear legs loosen enough to bend. The calf shifts its weight and stands, shaking, but no longer trapped. The vultures retreat at once, the moment lost. The balance finally broken in the calf's favor. I step back slowly, giving the baby elephant calf space as it steadies itself on legs that tremble from exhaustion. The calf stands in the dried basin, no longer trapped, body coated in dust and cracked mud but upright and breathing. Its chest rises and falls in a slower rhythm now, no longer sharp or panicked. The vultures remain at a distance, scattered and hesitant, their interest broken by movement and strength returning. I watch closely as the calf shifts its weight, testing balance without sinking back into the ground. One foot presses forward, then another, leaving shallow prints in the softened earth beneath the broken crust. The calf pauses, ears lifting slightly, trunk hanging low but responsive as it draws in air. The waterhole no longer feels like a trap, just a dry scar in the land behind it. I remain still, lowering my posture, making myself smaller and less present. The baby elephant calf turns away from the basin, orienting toward open ground beyond the cracked edge. It takes a few careful steps forward, slow but deliberate, each movement steadier than the last. Its breathing continues to settle, strength returning with motion. I feel the tension drain from my body as the danger fully releases its hold. When the calf reaches firmer ground and stops without struggling, I know the moment has passed. I turn away quietly, leaving the calf alive, free, and moving back into the world it nearly lost.